Hi fans, I'm Kate Cook, owner of Apex Wrestling and Entertainment, and I'm here today to just let you guys know about something that's happened here at Apex. A gentleman by the name of Mike McReynolds, who wrestles as a juicer, and another gentleman by the name of Mark Canterbury, who wrestles as Henry Godwin, were contracted and paid to show up here and wrestle for you all on TV. Well, they took the money and they ran, and in my opinion, they are liars, they are thieves, and they are bad business. Apparently, they don't care about Apex, and they don't care about you, the fans. And we here at Apex, we're all about the fans. And what we want to do is we want to bring you wrestlers who are here for you. So for anybody out there who might want to do business with these two men, I strongly warn you to run the other direction, because if you don't, they will.
Been away, haven't changed, had much to say, but man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. I told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town, boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town.
Fans, welcome to AWA Apex Studio Championship Wrestling. I'm your host, Josh Hawkins, and we have a tremendous show for you today. The tag team titles are on the line in the main event, and right now we're going to get a word with the man that faces off against Crazy K Kirby Mack for the World's Lightweight title at Blue Ridge Resurrection.
You know, I can't wait to face Kirby Mack July 1st, but you know what? I'm going to cross that bridge when we come to it, because for the last couple weeks, G Madrid, he's been beating my ass all across this arena. And I'm telling you what, I just feel like I can't be a man unless I get in that ring with him one more time. I got to prove to everybody out there and prove to myself, more importantly, that I can hang with the wrestling legend.
Well, fans, very strong and interesting words from Brett Taylor, but right now, we've got Team Gay in action in the ring. Fans, once again, welcome to AWA Apex Studio Championship Wrestling. But right now, let's get to these announcements to open up our opening contest. Introducing first from C-Bus, Ohio, weighing in at 210 pounds, Deacon Knight. And his partner from Lewisburg, West Virginia, weighing in at 240 pounds, the West Virginia legend, Scotty McKeever. And their opponents from San Francisco, California, weighing in at a combined 410 pounds, Gorgeous J.C. Lynch, Young Shane Storm, Team Gay.
Boy, I tell you, it's great to be back here at Studio Championship Wrestling with you, Jack Hawkins. And I'll tell you something. There seems to be perhaps trouble in paradise with this Team Gay.
I'd have to agree with you right there, Flex. For some reason, as we've seen and as we've heard, there's been some differences circling around Team Gay. Although, as we see right now in the ring, they're working as a unit, but
earlier today, Shane showed me he's carrying around a picture of Brett Taylor in his wallet, and I'm not sure what that's all about.
Obviously, all of these things have started with Brett Taylor. But that aside, we've got Scotty in the ring opening up with J.C. Lynch. As you can see right in the middle of your screen, fans, we look like we might just have a lockup right here between the two. It looks as if Scotty may be just playing some mind games. And speaking of which,
Well, I'll tell you something, Jack Hawkins. The less we talk about Scotty McKeever, the better. So maybe you just want to take this.
how can you just shrug off Scotty McKeever, Flex? You guys have faced off time after time after time. You've been neck and neck since his debut in Apex.
I don't want to talk about Scotty McKeever.
Whatever you say, but we got a lockup right here. JC Lynch trying to back up Scotty. Basically a little bit of a test of strength as Scotty takes the head into the side headlock in the middle of the ring with a nice side headlock takeover. And a reversal from JC Lynch.
I'm anxious to take a look at this Deacon Knight making his debut here at the Studio Arena. Where exactly is Seabus, Ohio?
I have absolutely no idea. Maybe it's close to Cincinnati or Columbus or...
Well, it couldn't be any worse than Nitro, West Virginia.
If you say so, Flex, but right now we've got Scotty complaining about hair, and obviously there's nothing to argue about. JC Lynch right now looks as if he's setting up for Scotty, though. And as I was saying before, you've been having to set up with Scotty time after time. Weeks ago, you had a 1-hour draw with Scotty. Nothing but a straight brawl between you two. There was blood and gore. It was an absolute grotesque sight between you two.
Yeah, I've been rubbing Neosporin in my chest for a month, Jack Hawkins, and I'll tell you what, Scotty McKeever has been assaulting me with very questionable material.
Wouldn't Neosporin kind of counter-react with all the baby oil you tend to rub
Don't you
all
worry
over
about that,
yourself?
Jack Hawkins. Let's call the match.
A near fall right there. And right now, Scotty McKeever once again taking the head of gorgeous JC Lynch as he tags in Deacon Knight as he makes his debut right here on Apex
There we
Studio
go.
Championship Wrestling. Taking the snapmare right into a sleeper hold over gorgeous JC Lynch.
I've been fired up to watch this Deacon Knight.
And already he's in full offensive control over JC Lynch. Basically the front man of Team Gay.
The front man. Would that make Shane the backdoor man?
I don't know if I want to go there right now.
Yeah, probably not.
Deacon Knight now wrenching away on the neck of gorgeous JC Lynch with that side headlock right in the middle of our Apex ring. It looks as if JC's struggling a little bit to shoot him off. And they just collided and took each other out right there.
Perhaps they collided heads. I'm not sure what happened right there.
We've got a little bit of a mess in the ring right now with JC Lynch and Deacon. Scotty looks as if he's tagged himself in. Shane's tagged in now. And this, with Shane Storm, is basically where it's all starting to circulate with Brett Taylor.
Well, that was certainly interesting.
And right now, Shane Storm coming from behind, wrenching away on the arm of Scotty McKeever. Driving the fist right into the rotator cuff of the West Virginia legend, Scotty. And now hammering down with those close fist punch straight into the shoulder blade. Shane Storm looking absolutely relentless over the West Virginia legend. Right now, he's got that standing armbar firmly applied.
That's it, Shane. Break it.
Bringing Scotty down face first into the mat right now as he slowly makes his way back up to his feet. It looks as if Scotty's trying to back him up into the turnbuckle. Finally, maybe try to get some mercy to break this up, but there's a reversal right there with a nice arm. Shane Storm with a beautiful drop kick to take out Scotty as he takes the arm once again. And there's a right to the eye by McKeever. And I'm sure you've been on that part of things with Scotty McKeever right there, huh, Flex?
I don't want to talk about that.
Deacon Knight tagged back in and hammering down on those exposed ribs. And right now, pulling the hair out of Shane Storm.
Well, I tell you what, this Deacon Knight, he's got that unorthodox offense, I tell you.
Raking down on the back of young Shane Storm as he picks him up by the head right there.
Shades of the Death Falcon Zero here.
He's in some desperation right now as he wrenches away. He's got those hands around his neck. The referee had to pull him off right there. Once again, taking the arm and shoving him into the turnbuckle with full force. Coming in with a clothesline.
Vicious clothesline.
Taking out young Shane Storm right there. And it looks as if he's going to set him off to shoot him again, but there's a reversal. Shane Storm with full force right there. And hammering down with a vicious clothesline, as you said, Flex. And once again, taking the head. Bringing him up slowly but surely as Shane Storm's hammered down on this new Deacon Knight. Right into the ropes, he ducks the first clothesline. And they've taken each other out with a clothesline.
Both men down, here we go.
And once again, we've got a race in time to get these two tagged in. JC Lynch is in, Scotty's in. It looks as if JC Lynch is on fire over Scotty right now.
Boy, and I tell you, whatever problems they've got with Brett Taylor, they sure have worked as a cohesive unit here today.
I'm not sure if Shane Storm has a problem with him from what we've seen, but obviously JC Lynch does. Shane Storm now hammering down on Scotty as JC takes out Deacon Knight. Scotty McKeever in desperation. He's thrown out of the ring. Shane Storm taking control. Hooking him up. It looks like we've got the Over the Rainbow, and they connect. 1, 2, and 3.
3 for 100. As I said, whatever problems Team Gay may be having, you never know when they work together today.
Team Gay showed very successful attack team competition over this new Deacon Knight and Scotty McKeever. Fans, what a match. We'll be right back with more action right after this.
He'll get slapped and he'll get saved. He brutalizes the timeless stage. He is the mongrel, he wants it all. He lives for relics, hang on the wall. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be?
The Inkwell Body Art Emporium, tattoos and body piercings by Kate. Choose from thousands of designs or have Kate design one for you. Over 8 years of professional experience, safe, clean, friendly, and affordable. And we also have a large selection of body jewelry available. Southern West Virginia's most reputable body modification specialist. The Inkwell Body Art Emporium. Welcome to your new addiction.
Fans, July 1st at the Fayetteville Memorial Building, Blue Ridge Resurrection will be the biggest wrestling event in West Virginia history. And speaking of which, the Apex Commissioner Jim Cornette had some words to say about this exciting main event at Blue Ridge Resurrection.
Hi everybody, this is Jim Cornette, and the reason I'm sending this little videotape in today is because of some comments that have been made. There's been some things going on in Apex Pro Wrestling over the last several weeks, ever since two guys named Flex and Jason Kincaid won the tag team championship. They've been running all around just being the cocks of the walk. They've had an attitude change. Now they're putting everybody down. They're saying that they're the greatest team of all time, and they're even mentioning some names. Mentioning names of teams like the Rock and Roll Express, the British Bulldogs, and the Horsemen, and yeah, even Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express. Now the difference between the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette and all those other teams is I happen to have a little finger in every pie around here in professional wrestling. I happen to have little birds that tell me things, and I've got some personal friends that are in the management of Apex Pro Wrestling. And they told me that the Midnight Express and Jim Cornette's names had been being bandied about by Flex and Jason Kincaid, the Devil's Rejects. Well, I got news for you. I called Apex Pro Wrestling up. I said, hey, I want to call in a little favor. I want a match with these guys. Let's see if they're as big and bad as they say they are. And the management, of course, they told me, well, You know, Jim, the Midnight Express, they don't wrestle at Apex Pro Wrestling regularly, so therefore we can't give them a title match. And I said, that's fine with me, because I don't want a title match. We don't want the tag team title. We want something personal. We want some revenge, because Dennis Condrey doesn't like having his name bandied about by a couple of punks. Bobby Eaton doesn't like having his name bandied about by a couple of punks. And Jim Cornette darn sure doesn't like having his name bandied about by a couple of punks. So Devil's Rejects, July 1st, Fayetteville, West Virginia. They're calling it the Blue Ridge Resurrection. It's the biggest wrestling event of the past 20 years in the Mountain State. And Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express, Bob Eaton and Dennis Condrey will be there July 1st in Fayetteville, in West Virginia, to show you who the baddest, biggest, roughest, toughest team in professional wrestling history really is. We don't want your titles. We want some of your rear ends. Devil's Rejects, I got news for you. Devil, Buddha, President Bush, nobody's going to have any use for you after we get finished. You're going to be rejected by everybody, especially the fans of Apex Pro Wrestling, because on July 1st at the Blue Ridge Resurrection, the Devil's Rejects are going to get rejected for the very last time.
Well, guys, I take it that you had some words to say regarding what Jim Cornette had
Yes,
to say?
I do have something to say. Turn it on, turn it up, and turn me loose, because I got the gift of gab and I'm in the mood. Let me tell you something, Jim Cornette. The best then is not the best now. You might as well be coming in here with Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, because that's past history. You're looking at the best tag team in wrestling today. And speaking of presidents, you know, President Bush, his approval rating's an all-time low. But Blue Ridge Resurrection, just in time, July 1st, just in time for Independence Day. You see, the Devil's Rejects will restore America's faith. We will show the people that you do have role models that you can look up to. Little Susie, she's got a man that she could someday aspire to grow up and be with in the heavenly body. Flex Holly. And little Johnny, he's got a man that he can grow up to hopefully be like in the Midnight Express. Jason Kincaid. And I'll tell you something else. By Blue Ridge Resurrection, not only will we show Jim Cornette that we're the greatest tag team that ever existed, we will also have secured peace in the Middle East. That's right, because you see, the one thing the Palestinians and the Israelis can agree on is the Devil's Rejects are the best thing ever, and they can sit down together and enjoy greatness. So by July 1st, the American dollar will be restored, faith in America, role models back in place, and I just can't wait to put the Devil's Reject stamp all over Independence Day.
Well, fans, this aside, let's take a look at another exciting Mac Classic.
The net of everything we just ran through is this. If Taz chokes out Shane Douglas in 3 minutes or less, he's the new World Television Champion. If he does not, then he's got to find another way to feed his family for the next 45 days, because he's out of here.
Was a questionable move by Taz, but downright stupid on the part of Douglas. Douglas has nothing to gain here.
And everything to lose. And Taz has already wrestled a match against Sabu of all people.
Needless to say, Taz has been worn down, but this is stupid on the part of Shane Douglas. He should stick and move, stay away from Taz, and let the clock run out.
Well, his ego may be getting the best of him.
Maybe he's trying to prove to Francine, after all, he is a man.
30 seconds down, swinging neck breaker. The franchise knows that Taz has had a broken neck, and nobody breaks necks like the franchise.
Nobody's got a neck like Taz either.
DDT. We are now a full minute. Oh my God!
Excellent move by Shane Douglas.
An inverted rolling neck snap. And we've got less than 2 minutes. Oh, not again. We have got less than 2 minutes to to go in this special challenge.
He's focused on the neck of Taz.
We are halfway through. We are a minute 30 into this 3-minute challenge. Full Nelson now by the franchise. Taz goes for the countdown today. The franchise plucks the right arm and goes downstairs.
What's left in him remains to be seen.
Reversal. There it is. There's the countdown today. He's got it locked on. The transmission, the countdown today is locked on the World Television Champion. We have got 1 minute to go. Can the franchise hold on? He's trying desperately to reach the rope, but Taz has the hold stitched on. Douglas's legs are not long enough. He cannot reach the rope. Less than 1 minute to go. Can the franchise hang on? Can he fight off the countdown, Jimmy?
Shane Douglas has to feel that title belt slipping from his grasp as every second ticks off the clock.
30 seconds left. Can the franchise? Taz keeps trying to hook that leg. The franchise keeps kicking it away.
He's back up to his feet.
He's going to try to kick backwards like Sabu.
He's locked the legs.
He's tapped the franchise. Tapped out. Has won the ECW World Television Championship.
You get slapped and you get saved. He brutalizes the timeless stage. He is the mongrel, he wants it all. He lives for relics, hang on the wall. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be?
The Inkwell Body Art Emporium, tattoos and body piercings by Kate. Choose from thousands of designs or have Kate design one for you. Over 8 years of professional experience, safe, clean, friendly, and affordable. And we also have a large selection of body jewelry available. Southern West Virginia's most reputable body modification specialist. The Inkwell Body Art Emporium. Welcome to your new addiction.
Don't wanna be an American idiot. Don't want a nation under the new media. Hey, can you hear the sound of hysteria? The subliminal mind America.
Well, fans, starting off, we've got this special challenge match starting off right here in the ring. The bell hasn't even rang yet. There it is. We've got a 1-fall 10 limit time limit on this thing, and the WOAY legend from Romania, Gene Madrid, squaring off against the Canadian Idol, Brett Taylor. And already Gene Madrid is having his way with the Canadian Idol.
Jack Hawkins, I gotta wonder if this Brett Taylor doesn't need psychologically evaluated. This is ridiculous.
Brett Taylor going at Gene Madrid once again, says he's got to prove himself to himself that if he really wants to make it in this world, then he's got to beat a legend. And he's got a lot on his hands right now with Gene Madrid with his hands firmly grasped around Brett Taylor's throat as he hammers away.
I don't know what world it is Brett needs to make it in, but this sure isn't it.
Brett Taylor with quite a mess on his hands with this fired up WOAY legend Gene Madrid stomping away on young Brett Taylor, choking him out on the side rope right there, as you can see in the middle of your screen.
Oh my goodness, that reverberates through the arena.
And a clubbing fist from Gene Madrid as he picks him back up by the throat and wrenches back away.
Beautiful technical wrestling we're seeing here by Gene Madrid.
And there you have it right there, the hardest head in the business, Gene Madrid, taking out Brett Taylor with that stainless steel forehead, if you will.
And you got to think, if you're Gene Madrid, enough's enough with this Brett Taylor. I think Brett may get hurt today.
I'd have to say that Gene Madrid may have just had enough of the Canadian Idol. But you got to give him his credit where credit's due. Brett Taylor is just asking for it, and he wants to fight.
You know, Brett Taylor's a good-looking kid, but I figure he may end up looking like the Elephant Man by the time this is all over.
And already, Gene Madrid has just been absolutely mangling him from the start before the bell even rang. Once again, choking him out right there in the turnbuckle. And it looks as if Brett Taylor may have some fight inside. Starts hammering back on Gene, but it doesn't even look like it's phasing him. And there's Gene choking him away.
Oh.
A brutal slap to the chest, right against the ropes.
Oh, you can feel that over here, Jack.
Once again, slapping away right into the turnbuckle with this Brett Taylor
Look at Brett Taylor go.
Trying to hammer back. And he needs to be careful with those close fist shots straight into Gene's forehead. What was that? My God, what a fist from Gene. And that is all she wrote, fans. Gene Madrid hammering away.
Throws a hard punch, but that was a little suspicious.
He had something on his hand. And the referee didn't even see a darn thing.
Great close-up of Gene Madrid.
Gene Madrid had this one planned from the start.
The Inkwell Body Art Emporium, tattoos and body piercings by Kate. Choose from thousands of designs or have Kate design one for you. Over 8 years of professional experience, safe, clean, friendly, and affordable. And we also have a large selection of body jewelry available. Southern West Virginia's most reputable body modification specialist. The Inkwell Body Art Emporium. Welcome to your new addiction.
He'll get slapped and he'll get saved. He brutalizes the timeless stage. He is the mongrel, he wants it all. He lives for relics, hang on the wall. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be?
Fans, welcome back to Studio Championship Wrestling. And Gene Madrid, you have got to be the craziest man in professional wrestling today. What do you have to say? Brett Taylor. What are you doing? You just hammered out Gene Madrid with a chair. Fans, at this time, I am standing beside your AWA Apex champion, Mr. Black.
Today, I come to the Apex Arena for another Black Attack Challenge. I get here today, and I find out there's no one here to face me. As you fans know, a couple weeks ago at the Apex Extra, Henry Godwin was supposed to show up here and face me today. Nowhere to be found.
Well, fans, at this time, let's take a look at that video footage of Henry Godwin at the Apex Arena. Full force! I can't wait to see Henry Godwin in action. He's tagged in, the Hillbilly slamming down the Cuban, and Henry Godwin making his way into the ring. 1-2. We had a near fall right there. Already in the opening minutes. The Hillbilly rubbed the face right through the Cuban thanks to the help of his cousin Henry Godwin. They've got him in their turnbuckle, and Henry Godwin's headed straight forward to Gene Madrid. They're hammering down the Cuban Assassin, and what a team! This is absolutely amazing! It is a privilege to be commentating for this matchup right now. The Cuban Assassin laid out by the Scuffling Hillbilly now. And it looks as if the Cuban's got a little bit of a fight in him. Hammering down right into the forehead of the Scuffling Hillbilly. And now taking him head first into an opposing turnbuckle. The Cuban taking the cheap shots to gain control over the Scuffling Hillbilly. Him and his cousin, Henry Godwin, were on fire in the opening parts. But now, thanks to the cheap shots from the dirtiest players in the game, the Cuban and Gene Madrid have gained the upper hand. The legend Gene Madrid taking full control over the Scuffling Hillbilly. He's choking him out over the top rope right there. An unbelievable series of events. Godwin's firing up, and the referee's gonna have to back him up. The Cuban, there is no tag right there, but he's taking control of the Scuffling Hillbilly. The crowd is on fire here tonight, and rightfully so. The Cuban now shooting the Hillbilly into the ropes. A shot to the gut right there. Hooking him up for a neck breaker, and he connects in the middle of the ring. The Hillbilly's laid out as his cousin Henry Godwin looks on. A near fall right there. Absolutely unbelievable. Gene Madrid's in the ring now. Once again, we did not have a tag, as he's tagging a rope right there and choking out the Scuffling Hillbilly. We have got a mess on our hands right now, fans. The Cuban now choking away over the Scuffling Hillbilly into their turnbuckle. Unbelievable. Do the tag rules not apply to the Cuban and Gene Madrid? Obviously not. As soon as the referee gets his back turned, they pull something out from under their sleeve. And now they've got the Hillbilly tied up into the rope and hammering away on him, and he's laid out now. We need to get Godwin in the ring. The Cuban gave him a stiff shot to the face. I can't believe this. Gene Madrid's back in the ring. Not even a tag made as he hammers back down over the Scuffling Hillbilly. Henry Godwin's cheering him on, his cousin. He wants a piece of these guys, but we need the Hillbilly to make a tag. Henry's fired up. He's back in the ring. He wants to end this. And once again, the referee had to pull him aside. I cannot believe my eyes. The Cuban Assassin. Another tag was not made as the Cuban is inside, choking away with the Hillbillies. He's trying to fight him off. Shot off the ropes. Went for a back body drop, but missed. The Cuban answering back with a clothesline. And once again, the Hillbilly, your shooting star champions, laid out. A near fall right there. This matchup has been absolutely unreal, and this is only our semi-main event. The Hillbilly shot off the ropes. Double team clothesline from Gene Madrid and the Cuban. And once again, a tag was not made. The Hillbilly tagged in Henry Godwin. He's in the ring now. He's going to get him a piece of Gene Madrid. What's going on? The referee, he put him back in the turnbuckle. He didn't see the tag. Oh, my God. And now Gene Madrid tearing away at the Scuffling Hillbilly. It looks like he's busted open, and now Madrid choking him down on the second rope. The Hillbilly made the tag. My God, fans, this is unbelievable.
5 minutes have passed in this contest, 5 minutes.
5 minutes into the matches, this has been Unreal. Jade Madrid taking a rear chin lock over the Scuffling Hillbillies. He drops that knee straight to the spinal column. The Scuffling Hillbillies shouldn't even be in the ring right now with his weakened state. He tagged in Henry Godwin. He is in such desperation. Jade Madrid reaching away with the rear chin lock. The Cuban watching on, helping him out. You can hear the crowd from miles away. The chance for Hillbilly. They want him to get back up to his feet. Henry's extending the arm. They need this tag. The Hillbilly fighting off Jade Madrid now. Can he do it? He just gave a headbutt to the hardest head in the industry today. Jade Madrid, and it didn't affect him. Jade Madrid giving him a headbutt of his own, and that skull must be like steel. The Cuban bouncing off the ropes as he's tagged back in and stomping down on the lower back of the Scuffling Hillbilly. Those forearm shots right into the tailbone. The crowd chanting away for the Scuffling Hillbilly as the Cuban keeping the rear chin lock applied. He's got the rope. And now the Cuban tearing down over the Hillbilly. The Cuban in full offensive control. The Hillbilly had made the tag earlier. Henry Godwin extending the arm, wanting to come to the aid of his cousin. And now the Cuban assassin and Jade Madrid with a double team maneuver over the Hillbilly. And there's Jade Madrid. The Cuban's got the referee's back turning out. Jade Madrid is tearing away over the Scuffling Hillbilly. Henry's fired back up, and the referee's shoving him out of the ring. No attack was not made. And now Jade Madrid, the fresh man, is back in without a tag. Firing off the Hillbilly, and now the Cuban is choking him out on the second rope. I cannot believe this. Look at Henry Godwin. He is so fired up, and the referee is holding him back as the Jade Madrid and the Cuban assassin are firing away on him. Once again, they did not tag it. Look at the Cuban choking him out on the top rope. They've made an absolute mess out of the Scuffling Hillbilly, our Apex Shooting Star champion. The Cuban going up to the second rope, and he's going to hammer down on the Scuffling Hillbilly. Unbelievable, unfortunate series of events for the Hillbilly. He's tossing the Cuban off. Does he have the fight left to make a tag? He almost had it. He reached for it. Did not make it as he shot back into the rope, and they've clotheslined each other. Both men laid out. The Cuban laid out. The Scuffling Hillbilly laid out. Who's going to make the tag? Hillbilly made the tag. Henry Godwin's in the ring. The Cuban shot him off. A reversal. And there's the big boot right in the face. He makes the pin. 1-2. And Jade Madrid breaking up the pin. Henry Godwin in action here at Apex. Firing away over the Cuban assassin. He's got him hooked up. All 4 men in the ring now. 1, 2, and 3. That is all she wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. The Scuffling Hillbilly and Henry O. Godwin.
A former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champion in our ring, winning over the Cuban assassin and Jade Madrid, and rightfully so. And oh my God, the lights are out again. This can only mean one thing. It says Mr. Flame. Jade Madrid taking his way back out to the locker room. The Cuban assassin trying to run away from this, and what's going on? What's going on here, fans? We've got a And now, Mr. Black, your thoughts on that video footage.
My thoughts on that video footage? Henry Godwin, you may have been good years ago, but you were scared. You didn't show up here today because you knew you were going to face me. We stood eye to eye in that ring, and I smelt the fear. You got your neck broke, you got out of shape, and you got old. I'm just getting started. It don't matter if it's this arena, 20 miles down the road, or Madison Square Garden. I'm going to put my boot in your ass, and they'll scrape you up.
The Inkwell Body Art Emporium, tattoos and body piercings by Kate. Choose from thousands of designs or have Kate design one for you. Over 8 years of professional experience, safe, clean, friendly, and affordable. And we also have a large selection of body jewelry available. Southern West Virginia's most reputable body modification specialist. The Inkwell Body Art Emporium. Welcome to your new addiction.
He'll get slapped and he'll get saved. He who brutalizes the timeless stage. He is the mongrel, he wants it all. He lives for relics, hang on the wall. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Don't you wanna ride it? Educated horses. Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be? Foxy, foxy, what's it gonna be?
Well, fans, this is our TV main event scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute extended time limit, and it's for the AWA Apex Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, weighing in at a combined 505 pounds from Nitro, West Virginia, and Inez, Kentucky, Awesome Alan Lynch, and the Scufflin' Hillbilly. And now their opponents from Planet Tollywood, weighing in at a combined 435 pounds, your AWA Apex Tag Team Champions, Flex, and the Pride of the Plateau, Jason Kincaid. And honestly, fans, I would have to say that between Jason Kincaid and Flex, it's almost as if they've made an overnight personality change completely. I don't know how to describe any of this, to tell you the truth, we've got Jay Kincaid setting up in the ring with Awesome Alan Lynch, his former tag team partner.
Hey, show me some of that martial arts stuff, Jason.
And I can't even believe that Kincaid even extended the arm for that.
Show me some of that karate.
Look at the athleticism from Jason Kincaid and the look in the eyes of Awesome Alan Lynch. As they lock up into the ring, and there's Jason Kincaid once again going on with the brute force moves as he took Alan Lynch face first into the turnbuckle, running full force at him. Alan Lynch now with a beautiful arm drag right there, straight into an arm bar. Alan Lynch is on fire. He wants to settle this score with Flex and Jason Kincaid and their past actions as the Hillbillies tagged in now and hammering down right into the arm of Jason Kincaid right now, as he's going back into the standing armbar and taking Kincaid down to one knee. And fans, as I was saying, you have seen on our live shows, you have seen on our TV show, Flex has become an absolute man possessed. It's like as soon as he sees red, he's a different guy. As I'm saying right now, hammering down on the scuffling hillbilly, absolutely relentless. And Jason Kincaid, he is just a lethal weapon now. I don't see how he is even holding the name of the pride of the Plateau. The only pride that I've seen within him is the pride that he has within himself. As the hillbilly tags back in, Awesome Alan Lynch. And a kick right there, right into the rotator cuff of Flex, as Alan Lynch is attempting to wear down Flex right now as he applies the side headlock and wrenches away onto the neck. Flex now shooting him off the ropes, and a big shoulder tackle right there from the man that calls himself the physical culture guru. And unfortunate enough, my commentating co-host, Jason Kincaid, shooting Alan Lynch into the ropes. A little bit of a reversal right there from Alan Lynch as he hammers back down onto Jason Kincaid. Beautiful series of reversals as he slams down with the beautiful snap suplex. As I was saying earlier, he is on fire and he wants to settle this score with his former partner, Jason Kincaid. Goes for the splash right there, but misses, and Kincaid answering back with those lethal kicks and a spinning heel kick to boot to lay him out. As he fires back up, tags in Flex and exposes the ribs. We have never seen such action from either two of these guys. As Flex hammers back down from a powerful snap suplex right there, and now he's taking the leg. And right now we've got Flex now hammering down onto the knee of Awesome Alan Lynch as he picks him up by the head right there and hooks him up once again with the fisherman suplex. Alan Lynch was trying to extend the arm to make the tag. Flex not even giving him the amount of time to do so. And as you can see, Flex now with those relentless tactics, just tearing down on their former partner, Awesome Alan Lynch, their former partner, and from what I understood, very good friend. And Jason Kincaid is just mocking him in the crowd now. And I can't believe I'm even seeing this with my own eyes. A near fall right there by the hands of Jason Kincaid, as Alan Lynch is at his mercy with this submission hold right now. Jason Kincaid coming out from under the neck of Awesome Alan Lynch as he wrenches away once again and still holds tight. As he wrenches away and looks as if Alan Lynch may be having a little bit of a fight. Slams him into the turnbuckle with those shoulder tackles right into the gut. And once again, these guys are just brawling between the two. Jason Kincaid hammering down on Awesome Alan Lynch now as he tags in the man they call Flex with a big knee right into the gut. Absolutely merciful with one of the top stars in Apex today, Awesome Alan Lynch. As he laid out Alan right there with that nice German suplex. He's going in to apply the figure 4 leg lock. And I believe that Flex has seen, the red that I've been talking about. His only objective now is to inflict pain onto Alan Lynch. It's like something has gotten into his head. Hillbilly trying to break it up right there. And successfully so now. As Flex takes the leg and he tags in Jason Kincaid. And once again, Kincaid with another brutal kick right into the knee. As he works on it with full force, as if he wants to end it off for awesome Alan Lynch. Jason Kincaid working on that knee as Alan was trying to break it up with a submission of his own. Jason Kincaid now working away on Alan Lynch. This lethal weapon of Jay Kincaid. And it looks as if Alan Lynch may be having just a little bit of a fight back if he can even make it back up to his feet with this weakened state. And now he's in some serious desperation as Kincaid just took out his other leg. The only support that he had left. And now Flex is focusing on that leg himself as he hooks him up right there. Oh my God! He's got him hooked in for the sharpshooter. Oh my God, fans! Flex absolutely relentless. To tell you the truth, fans, this is nearly grotesque what they're doing to Alan Lynch at this time. Ripping away at every muscle in Alan Lynch's back and leg. They're trying to end his career. The Hillbilly is fired up. He needs to get in the ring to take over a little bit of action that the referee won't let that happen. And now Jason Kincaid has been tagged back in as he hooks the leg once again and tears away on Alan Lynch. This is absolutely ridiculous. The way that Flex is mocking the crowd and Alan Lynch. Jason Kincaid doing the same as he attempts to set up Alan in the tree of woe right now. And delivers a stiff drop kick right back into that injured leg of Alan Lynch. Goes to nail him right into the head, but Jason Kincaid missed. Alan Lynch getting out of the way at the last second as he chokes out Kincaid up against the ropes. Alan Lynch is trying everything he possibly can to get out of this mess he has on his hands. And there's the double clothesline right there. These guys are laid out in the middle of the ring. And now we've got a race in time to see who can make a tag first, or to see who can gain the upper hand. Alan Lynch making his way to the Hillbilly. Kicking off, Kincaid. Flex is tagged in. The Hillbilly's in, and he's fired up. And I'll tell you what, he doesn't have a smile on his face this time as he hammers down on Flex. With the big clothesline right there. Jason Kincaid shot into the ropes. Has been laid out by the Hillbilly. And now Alan Lynch finally back up to his feet with a little bit of a support that he has left as the Hillbilly takes the arm. And they ran them into each other. Alan Lynch and the Hillbilly in full offensive control at this time, fans. Hillbilly taking over Jason Kincaid. Alan Lynch shooting Flex. There's a reversal. And they've shot Flex outside of the ring. Flex just nailed the scuffling Hillbilly with the hammer of the gods. Alan Lynch was shot over the top rope. That's an automatic disqualification. Oh my God, fans. And now they're having the way with the shooting star champion, the scuffling Hillbilly. Flex hammering down. And there he is looking at the hands once again. Look at the look in his eyes. He is a man possessed. Kincaid, a lethal weapon. My God, fans, this match has been thrown out and should have been thrown out from the start. I I don't guess we're going to see the end of this today. My God, fans. I hate to say this, but we'll see you again next week.